Welcome to the Driven Coaching Podcast, where we help you become who you're meant to be. My name is Coach Cam, and today's episode is about finding your baseline for success. This might sound like one of the most boring topics to discuss, but if you want real results in your life, and whatever your goal may be, you need to find and analyze your baseline. So what exactly is a baseline? Well, it's going to vary wildly depending on the topic, but after you're done listening today, I hope you'll have a newfound appreciation of data-driven results. And that's the key term here, data. Like always, let's go through a few examples. Our first hypothetical is starting a business. So let's say you've come up with a revolutionary new idea that you've never seen in the marketplace of ideas before, and you're excited to get cracking and make bank. You might feel like rushing headlong into this new endeavor, like so many people have done, with as much gusto as Arnold Schwarzenegger at the gym. But you should hold off for a moment and find your baseline data. In this example, I would advise you to write down every conceivable step you need to take to be successful in this enterprise. Then, take a deep look at the skills that you have at solving every single step. Now, if you're being very truthful with yourself, which you should, you're probably not going to have every skill or means to tick off that entire list. Once you've identified everything you currently can't do, you need to decide to skill up or outsource. If you're starting a business with little to no capital, then having this list and ticking everything off while you skill up will be the determinant for success. I'm not saying not to go for it, and there is always things you can do after the fact to skill up and continue to build that dream business from the ground up. But without this baseline data, you're going in blind, and the problems will hurt so much more when they arise than if you knew they were coming and already had plans to help or mitigate them. So let's take a look at another example that will probably hit home for a lot of you. And this comes directly from my own experiences, and it's around health and fitness. I'm not here to tell you some new method or a shortcut to get your abs or how you should eat better for gains, because the fact is, everyone is genetically different, and without analyzing your baseline data, you're bound to be discouraged with any progress you make, and this is a very personal goal. So let me tell you my story. I've always been a larger lad. From a very young age, I was overweight. I didn't eat the right things, I didn't exercise enough, and my weight fluctuated wildly over the years. I tried different diets, fell off the wagon, gained weight, lost weight, so on, until about 5 years ago when I fell in love with Muay Thai. But even after stripping off almost 20 kilos of excess weight and feeling the fittest I've ever felt in my life, when I looked in the mirror, I was still disappointed. Sure, I could see a bit more muscle here and there, but I wasn't what you would call beach body ready. And as of this moment, right now when I'm talking to you, I'm still not. Yet. When I look back 5 years ago with a data-driven mindset, I can see huge gains. I'm serious. I lift almost double what I can in the gym when I first started. I can do 2-hour intense cardio workouts without feel like I'm going to die. And more, just overall, I just feel better than I did. But the mirror, what I see isn't the truth. And here's why. About 6 months ago, I started working with a nutritionist. And this is where I should have started all those years ago. I should have got my baseline, my real data. By working with a nutritionist, I now know what foods to avoid based off an eCal test and accurate body measurements, beyond just a weight on a scale. In fact, I've seen her twice in this time period. And it gave me not only more knowledge on how my body works and what foods are best suited to me, but also real-time, up-to-date data on my progress. In 10 weeks between my first appointment and my second, and following her guidelines without altering any of my workouts, I lost 2 kilos of visceral fat, 5 kilos overall body fat, and I gained 3 kilos of muscle, all while maintaining the same overall weight. I can't tell you how much more motivated I am because I have the real data. Just think about that for a second. My body weight, what I see on the scales, did not change. The detail is in the data. Sure, I've got more work to do. There will always be more work to do. But without these baseline measurements, it would be easy to look at the scales and say, this isn't working, and fall off the wagon. So no matter what goal you're working towards, get your baseline data and revisit it frequently. You will be more motivated and have a higher chance of success regardless of what you're working on. If you found this episode helpful, please consider liking and subscribing, as it all helps grow this channel. Or even better, share it with a friend or a family member and help them too. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope this helps you start your journey to become who you're meant to be.